Hey guys, it's Nick from Pick'em MMA and I'm back with another video for this next UFC pay-per-view 291, and I'm really excited for this pay-per-view. We have a rematch between Dustin Porrier versus Justin Gaethji, and I think this fight's going to be fireworks from start to finish. Let's do a quick 2-minute recap for last weekend. We went 9-6 on the full card, and let me just pull it up here quick so you guys can see who I picked. There it is. So we got the main event, perfectly correct, Aspinall by first round KO, and then I had McCann by second round KO, and he fumbled the bag big time. For the co-main, I told everyone to bet the under 2.5, which is only minus 125. And then for the third fight, we had Nathaniel Wood winning by unanimous decision. So a really good win for Wood. He was one of my best bets. Then we had Maniz getting TKO'd by Paul Craig. Paul Craig looks amazing at 185. I can't wait to see his next fight. Then we had the fourth fight was between Ferguson GM versus Jai Herbert. And Ferguson GM just did enough. Jai Herbert just didn't throw enough volume out there. He was trying to hold on to for dear life. Just didn't do enough to get the win there. And then we had Lerone Murphy defeat Josh Colibio, and I picked Lerone Murphy to win here by decision. This fight went just exactly how I thought it was going to go, but I thought Lerone Murphy was going to strike a bit more, but it's nice to see him mixing in takedowns and getting a good clean win here. And then we had Daniel Marcos versus Davy Grant. I thought Davy Grant did enough to get the win here, but the judges didn't think that. Davy Grant just didn't take damage as good as Daniel Marcos did. Davy Grant's face was all bloodied up, but I thought Davy Grant definitely won the second and the third round to win the fight by decision. But Davy Grant's face being all busted up just didn't look good enough, just didn't look good to the judges. So the judges gave the fight to Daniel Marcos here. And then we had Johnny Parsons defeating Danny Roberts. Danny Roberts is done. He has no chin left. This dude should be kicked off the UFC roster. This dude is done. I don't see him winning any more fights. And then we had Joel Alvarez defeating Mark DeCasey. I picked Alvarez by submission, and he was able to get it done in the second round. And then we had Mick Parkin defeating Jamal Pogues. I picked Jamal Pogues first, but then I switched my pick after the weigh-ins. Jamal Pogues looked really heavy. Heavy. He just didn't look like he trained or really took this training camp serious. So Mick Parkin is pretty technical at heavyweight, and he was touching Jamal Pogues up and frustrating him, and he did enough to get the unanimous decision win. And then we had Mahmoud Muradov just knocking down Brian Barberena 5 or 6 times in this fight, which is crazy. Mahmoud Muradov, I don't know why Barberena went up to 185. He used to stay at 170. I think Barberena is more dangerous at 170 and is able to win fights at 170 than he will be able to at 185. So total domination by Mahmoud Muradov. And then we had Keatlin Vieira defeating Penny Kianjad. Keatlin looked like a pretty big favorite here. She was only minus 150, but this was a super easy, clean win for Keatlin Vieira. And then we had Christian Duncan defeating, Asmus. Asmus looked bad. He broke his arm in the first round, and still Chris Duncan wasn't able to finish him. Really good win for Chris Duncan still. He's looking good right now. And then we had Bruno Brazil defeating Shana Bannon. Then we had Jafel Filio by submission. And I did pick Jafel Filio by submission. We went 4-2 on best bets. The only 2 best bets that we lost on was I think it was plus money. It was Asmus by knockout, which is plus money. Or I think it was Asmus money line that I picked in one of my best bets, and we lost on that one. And then we lost on I think it was which one was it? Was it Jai Herbert? I think it was Jai Herbert or I think it was Jai Herbert. Or maybe Maniz. I think I picked Maniz. It's gotta be one of I think it was Best bets. But yeah, so we went 4-2 on best bets. Pretty damn good, I'd say. We missed the parlay because I put Molly McCann. I made the mistake of trusting her against the total can crusher, Julija Soliarenko. I'm never making the same mistake again of putting Molly McCann ever in any of my parlays ever again. But yeah, let's talk about the Dustin versus Gaethji card. Let's start from the bottom. The first fight of the night is Matthew Semmelsberger versus Urus Medic. And I think Semmelsberger is going to get the win here. Urus Medic is a striker normally. He's a pretty good striker. I mean, he's got good wins. Right now he's on a roll. Bounce back with the KO over Omar Morales. But I think Semmelsberger, if you're not able to take down Semmelsberger like Jeremiah Wells was, you're not gonna be able to stop that power. Like Matthew Semmelsberger hits really hard. He's got a lot of power in his shots, and I think this fight's gonna be kind of close because both guys are good strikers. But I think Semmelsberger is gonna do enough, maybe mix in a takedown here and there, and get a win here and bounce back. So that's why I'm going with Matthew Semmelsberger by decision. Let's go to the next fight on the prelims. Miranda Maverick versus Priscilla Cachoeira. Man, I can't believe Miranda Maverick is a almost 4-1 favorite over Priscilla Cachoeira after losing as a big favorite over Jasmine Jasdowicz like a month ago. I'm going to pick Priscilla Cachoeira because the plus money. I just can't trust Miranda Maverick. She looked worse than horrible. She's 2-3. How is he 4-1 favorite? Just take the plus money. I put half a unit on Priscilla Cachoeira. I think she's got a big chance to get a win here. I think people are overrating Miranda Maverick's wrestling. And I think Cachoeira is gonna put the storm on her, maybe knock her out. I think Priscilla Cachoeira by TKO. Just money line it. Priscilla Cachoeira by money line at plus 280. There's a lot of value there. Let's go to the next fight on the prelims where we have Jake Matthews versus Darius Flowers. And I'm going to pick Jake Matthews to get a bounce back win here. Darius Flowers, he's got good wins at the regional scene, but he hasn't faced anyone. I mean, Jack Matthews has a lot of experience at the UFC level right now. He's got some good wins. I think Jake Matthews is going to bounce back and get a win here. I'll go Jake Matthews by decision. Then we have on the next prelims we have Cesar Vergara versus Vincenzo Salvador. And I'm gonna pick Cesar Vergara. I think this dude's a lot way tougher than Vincenzo Salvador. I think Salvador's gonna win the first round, and then Vergara is gonna come back and win the second round and third round. Maybe even finish Salvador in the third round. But I'm just going to go with Cesar Vergara. Moneyline is the best play. I have a 1.5 unit play on Vergara at minus 165. So I think the value here is on Cesar Vergara. He's proved that he's tough enough to get wins at the UFC level. He got a win over Daniel Lacerda. Got submitted to Tatsuro Tara. But has a split decision win over Clayton Rodriguez. I mean, that's a really good win, man. Even though that fight was really close. And lost to Ode Osborne. No shame in that. I think Cesar Vergara is going to lose the first round and win the second and the third. And win by decision. Cesar Vergara moneyline is the play here. Let's go to the next fight on the prelims where we have Roman Copula versus Claudio Hibero. I'm going to pick Roman Copula moneyline here. Man, this dude is dangerous, and he's on a roll right now. I don't think Claudio Hibero is gonna be able to. I don't think he has a grappling level to control a guy like Roman Kopylov. And if he tries to strike with him, I don't think Claudio Hibero has the best cardio or the gas tank to keep the fight technical enough. I think Roman Kopylov is gonna knock Claudio Hibero out cold. That's why I'm going to go with the Roman Copula by TKO, KO, or DQ. Let's go to the next fight on the prelims where we have Trevin Giles versus Gabriel Bonfim. And I'm going to pick Gabriel Bonfim by submission here. I think Trevin Giles is a pretty good fighter. He's on a 2-5 win streak right now. But I think Trevin Giles is going to go for some lazy takedowns here. And get guillotined or maybe one flu choked. I mean, Gabriel Bonfim has so many really well-rounded game. He's really dangerous on the feet with knockout power. And then he also has submission game. I think Bonfim's going to submit him here. Let's go to the next fight on the prelims where we have the featured prelim of the night. Derek Lewis versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima. And I'm going to pick Marcos Rogerio de Lima. I just think Derek Lewis' time is done. He's almost 39 years old. Or he's 38 years old, so he's not like too old. But he's like 1-4 in his last 5 fights, and he's only got a win over Chris Dawkins. Man, Derek Lewis is getting TKO'd in the first round, like in his last 4 fights. The last 3 fights, I mean. And Rogerio de Lima has a pretty good chin. I think Rogerio de Lima is going to take him down and ground and pound him, or maybe find a submission there. I'll go Marcos Rogerio de Lima by club and sub. I'll just go Marcos Rogerio de Lima by KO. Let's move to the main card now, guys. Hit the like button, leave a subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below, and hit the like button to help me out with the algorithm. We're almost getting to 100 subscribers, and that's my goal. My first goal is to get to 100 subscribers, so please click the subscribe button, and let's go, guys. This is Striker's Delight, opening up the main card, where we have Steven Wonderboy Thompson versus Mike Miso Leader Pereira. Man, Pereira is on a 5-5 win streak right now. Some really good wins, man. But that last fight was really close against Santiago Ponzinibbio. Man, this is a hard one to pick. I think Pereira has a really high likelihood chance of winning this fight if he can mix in some takedowns. But I have a hard time picking against Steven Thompson. Man, Steven Thompson looks really good right now. He looked really good against Kevin Holland. Lost to the top 5 guys, Bilal and Gilbert Burns. I'm just gonna pick Steven Thompson for now. He's like a -170 favorite right now. I think Steven Thompson's gonna just land enough volume and outstrike Mike Miso Pereira. I'll go Steven Thompson by decision for now. Let's go to the next fight on the main card where we have Michael Chiesa versus Kevin Holland. And I'm going to pick Kevin Holland. I just think, man, Chiesa hasn't got a win in over 2.5 years. And that win was over Neil Magny by decision. So Chiesa does have really good wins right now, but man, that last KO loss to Steven Thompson just wasn't a good look. But I just think Chiesa's been out of the game for a while. He's going to look really rusty when he comes back. And I think Kevin knows what he has to do in this fight. He just has to defend the first couple of takedowns, light Michael Chiesa up on the feet. And Holland is dangerous with his hands. I'll go Kevin Holland by KO. Let's go to the next fight on the main card where we have Tony Alcacui Ferguson versus Bobby King Green. And I'm going to pick Bobby Green here. I just have to. I can't pick a guy who's 0-6 in his last 6 fights. Even though those are to some really good fighters. Man, Tony Ferguson is not the same Tony Ferguson anymore. And I think Bobby Green is coming to put him away. The money line is kind of wide right now at -335. But I think this is one of the most confident picks on this card. Bobby Green money line. I think Bobby Green is going to win by unanimous decision here. So I'll say Bobby Green by unanimous decision. If Tony Ferguson looks really bad, I think he might get knocked out here, man. he's got a lot of miles on the clock. Does Tony Ferguson. And Bobby King Green is only like 36 years old, so only 3 years of age gap, but a lot of miles on the clock for Tony Alcacoy Ferguson here. So Bobby King Green by unanimous decision. Let's go to the co-main event of the evening, where we have John Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. Man, this is a hard fight to pick. I kept going back and forth on this fight, but man, this is a hard one. John Blachowicz, man, that fight against Magomed Ankalaev, that was a close fight. It was a draw for a reason. I thought Magomed Ankalaev did enough to get the win there, but I did pick Blachowicz in that fight to get the win, but he did just enough to get a draw. And then Pereira is coming off a crazy KO loss to Israel Adesanya like not even 3 months ago. Man, the grappling, there's a big grappling gap in this fight, and John Blachowicz, if he can mix in those takedowns and get some control time, I don't think Alex Pereira has any submissions. He's not dangerous off his back at all. And I think Blachowicz, he's dangerous enough on the feet, and he has a pretty good chin. I don't think Pereira is going to knock him out cold here. I think this is going to go all 3 rounds, and I think Blachowicz is going to do just enough, mix in takedowns, land just enough strikes, and win this fight. I'll go John Blachowicz by decision. Let's go to the next fight on the main card. The main event of the evening for the BMF title. Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus Justin the Highlight Gaethje. And I'm going to pick Dustin Poirier, man. I've always picked Dustin Poirier. If Dustin Poirier is not going up against a grappler the level of Khabib or Charles Oliveira, or some really top level grapplers that are like elite of the elite, maybe Gilbert Burns also, man, I'm not picking against Dustin Poirier in a firefight. And Justin Gaethje is also really good, man. These lines are closed for a reason. I got Dustin Poirier at minus 130, I think. And then I got him today at minus 145. Just as the lines. The line went from 150 to minus 145 for like 10 minutes. It's probably going to go back and forth. The lines are probably going to... It's probably going to be at pick'em by the time this fight starts. Or Dustin Poirier might be like a minus 150, minus 180 favorite, just because he won the first fight. But man, Dustin Poirier, I know Justin Gaethje has changed a lot of the stuff in his last fight against Fiziev. He was really technical. He wasn't like getting crazy wild or anything. But man, I cannot pick against Dustin Poirier in a firefight. I'm still gonna pick the diamond here. But I think just bet money line. I have a 1.5 unit on a Dustin Diamond Poirier. I have him also in a parlay with Bobby King Green, and that gives you plus money. If you put Dustin Poirier with Bobby King Green, you will get like plus 115, I think, from DraftKings. That's the book that I use. But yeah, guys, so that's my pick here. You can pick Justin Gaethje, and I wouldn't like argue with you on your pick with Justin Gaethje, because this fight's gonna be really close. Both guys are absolute tough dogs, but I just think Diamond is just a little bit tougher than Gaethje, and he's got a better chin. So that's why I'm gonna go with the Diamond here. All right, guys, leave a like on the channel. On the video. Leave a comment for your boy. Just write W. That's all you have to write. It helps more people find my videos, and my goal is to get to 100 subscribers. So please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I just got off work like 10 minutes ago, and I wanted to make this quick picks video out. I will be making the best bets video, the parlay video, the favorite underdogs video soon. So hit the subscribe button once again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And I really appreciate all you guys watching my videos, guys. I really do appreciate it. And it means a lot to me. Trust me. Each one of you guys who watches my video, leaves a like on the videos, and it really helps me out, you know. And so that's it for this video, guys. This was the quick picks video and the quick recap for the last card. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself and stay safe, guys.